Hi, everyone. Welcome to Atrium Research's YouTube channel. Atrium Research is an equity research firm based out of Toronto that provides institutional quality research on a variety of industries from metals and mining, industrials, consumer products, and many more. We also write thematic research on an assortment of interesting themes, which can all be found on our website at atriumresearch.ca. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing Brian Williamson, CEO of Jericho Energy Ventures, and Adam Rabiner, Director of Investor Relations. We initiated coverage back in June on Jericho with a buy rating and a 40-cent target price, which was recently increased to 50 cents per share a few months ago. Our thesis in Jericho surrounds around its oil and gas assets, harvesting record cash flow, as well as its hydrogen technology division that has an innovative solution for clean hydrogen boilers. Gentlemen, thank you for being here today.
Thanks for having us, Nick.
Thank you.
So I think Brian's going to kick it off by going through the company deck and giving us a brief company overview for those that are unfamiliar with the name.
Sure, thanks. And so we'll go through the deck and give you a little bit of our story. Obviously, forward-looking statement, legal disclaimer. So Jericho is built around two key pieces of our business. So we are utilizing our traditional energy assets, harvesting those cash flows to build a clean energy platform, specifically focused on hydrogen and the opportunities around the hydrogen vertical. And what you'll see, we've been building Jericho for quite some time. So since 2014, the team at Jericho has largely been together, buying and building our portfolio. And as you'll see, the beginning years were all about the hydrocarbons, and the later years in our focus has now been all about the hydrogen years. And, obviously 2023 year has been one of our most exciting years, and we look forward to sharing a couple of recent developments in 2023. When you think about us and you think about the world, what you really think about is this transition, right? The energy transition is really taking hold in North America, and everything you see, everything you hear is about solving for what we call the trillion-dollar wedge. So what you see is where we are from an emission perspective and where we need to be from an emission perspective. And everything you hear about in the government, in the climate world, and in corporate America is all about the energy transition and where that's going to go. We think about the entire hydrogen ecosystem. And so when you think about Jericho, you should think about the entire system. We focus on it from the industrial side. So our whole focus is on industrial decarbonization and bringing solutions, particularly around the industrial world, that bring lower emissions to the industrial processes that are out there. So, when you think about our technologies, we always think about disruptive and things that will change the cost of hydrogen, things that will change the emission profile, not by 1 ton, by hundreds of tons per application. And so here is sort of our hydrogen portfolio. Everything for us starts with our boiler. The hydrogen boiler is the most underappreciated market out there. It's a $30 billion market. Clean steam, the opportunity to take an industry that's still running on 1/3 coal and turning those into clean steam. So there's $30 billion of steam out there today that is running on fossil fuels. 30 billion. Average age of those fleet, 25 plus years. So for us, an enormous opportunity to take that market and convert it to clean energy. So for us, we also have another side of our portfolio, which is our smaller minority investments, which represent the other end of our barbell, which are really novel, really unique rifle shots where we have partnered with extraordinary groups to bring these technologies to market. Everything from supercritical to H2U are all about individual hydrogen production problems that we think both of these organizations can solve. So as I said, the hydrogen boiler market is one that nobody appreciates, not counted for anywhere in the decarbonization world, but it is everywhere. Right? So if you think about it, we have touched every one of these industries: pulp, paper, food, beverage, chemicals, oil, commercial, district heat. Our first boiler, commercial boiler, is in the district heat world. We are going to decarbonize an entire college campus. They're going to build an entire environmental engineering program about that. So for us, that's a really good way to move that district heat client forward. So from our perspective, there is very little where steam doesn't fit, and you can see the application. So when you think about our boiler, just a really simple view of what makes our boiler so novel. So there is no emission. We have no air in the system. We are utilizing the same reaction that it is to put water together. We're using that same reaction to create steam. So we take those molecules that want to be together. We want hydrogen molecules, H2O, they want to be together. Their bond is really strong. They're separated when they come into our boiler. We bring them together in the boiler, in the combustion chamber. That reaction is the key to making clean steam for us. A little bit on H2U. They are solving the world's problem around platinum and iridium. So every PIM electrolyzer in the world has two things that need to be solved for. One is platinum, the other is iridium. And these are the folks that do it. They've been doing it now for 10 years, and they've developed the means to deliver earth-abundant catalysts to the market. Love the team, love what they're doing, and I think you'll see a lot from them in the years to come. And supercritical, same thing. They are solving for green ammonia, eliminating all compression. They deliver a solution that delivers high-pressure hydrogen. And so why do we have these minority investments tied into Jericho? Because in our mind, you need to bring two things together. You need to bring use case and production cases. And so for us, we want to own the whole value chain. So when we capture a customer with our boiler, we get the opportunity to bring the hydrogen. So not each case is going to require one of these two, but we think that they give us a cutting edge opportunity to bring the very cheapest hydrogen to our customers as they deploy our boiler. A little bit about our oil and gas. Oil and gas doesn't get much press, doesn't get much value in our company, and nobody really talks about it, but it's the backbone. It's how Jericho funds its continued hydrogen business model. Cash flow from oil and gas translates into market development for the hydrogen business. So for us, it keeps us from having to raise equity at the same rate that other folks have to raise equity, and it allows us to have cash flow to build the hydrogen business. Better way to utilize that cash flow, we're not sure of. For us, we think it creates great opportunity on the market cap side. You're basically taking $1 cash flow and creating 8 times that value in market cap when you look at the way energy transition companies are valued versus oil and gas companies. And having been in the oil and gas market quite some time, it's astonishing to think that we were buying assets at $40 a barrel in 2014, 2015, 2016. The price per barrel of what you would pay or what they would be sold for is equal to where it is today, 2023 with $83 oil. So imagine you have $40 oil, you're able to sell a barrel of oil for the same as you are at $83 oil. So in our mind, there's a complete mismatch. So the way we take advantage of that disconnect is by taking that production and using it to grow market share in our hydrogen business. Our team, world class. Can't say enough good things about the team. The bottom team is all technical people with all different disciplines and great skills for building our hydrogen business, with the exception of Tony, who participates with Adam in our business development. All right, Nick, back to you.
Amazing. That was a great overview and really hit on the main points through the energy transition. So I had a couple questions for you guys. So firstly, a few weeks ago, you announced that through the U.S. Department of Energy new program, 2 of the hydrogen hubs you guys are affiliated with received $1 billion in funding each. So can you tell us a bit more about that and how you expect that to translate into orders?
Yes, so the hydrogen hubs have been coming for some time. They started at 80, then they got down to 30, but this is all tied to the U.S.'s push to decarbonize in a uniform national fashion. So they've developed these hubs, and they've allocated $7 billion to the hub to sponsor decarbonization projects. We were really fortunate that 2 of the hubs we are a part of won. And so what that means is those hubs will afford us matching grants, dollar for dollar matching grants to build our projects out. Because if you were going to compare it today, Hydrogen is not cost competitive with natural gas as a fuel. It doesn't have the distribution network that natural gas has. It doesn't have the infrastructure natural gas has. So it's not cost competitive. How do you make it cost competitive? You create the backbone in terms of these grants and incentives for people to kick these projects off so that the CapEx isn't so onerous to get the projects going. So for us, the Pacific Northwest, the Midwest, great opportunities, great projects, great places for us to get going. And it wouldn't shock me if the projects that we have in other regions get to participate in these grants. So it's going to take some time, but it's $7 billion going to work. And I don't think the world is done. I mean, in the US, we have another 4.5 billion in the EPA's coffers looking for air pollution reduction, which is essentially decarbonization. So you're going to see more grants just like those that came with the hub to focus on driving down the US emissions. We like to think of it this way. So in corporate America, you either take the carrot, which are the grants, or you're going to get the stick, which are the taxes and the carbon charges that are going to come as we get more regulation, as we get states like Washington that implies a cap on emissions and a tax above a certain level, right? If you look at Washington, you look at Canada, you look at these type of situations, carbon taxes, like any other tax, never go down. They just keep going up. So to us, it's crazy not to participate in a grant program if it springboards your opportunity to develop your hydrogen or your low carbon or zero emission project. So to us, these are amazing opportunities, and it takes time, but the hubs are going to be an awesome way to see projects get kicked off.
Right. And yeah, for sure that's going to be the kickstart to narrowing that gap between the price of natural gas and hydrogen. So congrats to you guys, and hopefully that cements into something over the coming quarters and years. And then the second question I wanted to ask you guys about was the most recent press release on the manufacturing MOU with Superior Boiler. Tell us a bit more about that and how you expect that to accelerate some of the orders that you already have and new ones as well.
Yeah, so these guys are great, and can't say enough good things about our team and going out and finding it. So if you remember, Nick, our goal is to be asset light. We're technology focused, right? We do not want to be moving big steel. We don't want to be cutting steel. There's lots of people out there that are really good at it, and we think we found the very best as a partner in Superior Boiler. So the idea for us is to have a partner who has 100 years of experience making boilers for customers. And that's what we found in Superior. So when a customer says, okay, we're going to use your technology, we can say to them, that's great. It's inside a Superior Boiler. And that gives the operating team comfort because you know what they already have in their plant? A Superior Boiler. They know them. They've done business with them. It's a much easier entry point. So right now, when we sell our boilers, we sell them through at the C level. But ultimately, they got to go to work. They got to end up in a plant, in a facility somewhere with an engineering and operating team. And they stand there and look at us and look at it as a career limiting moment. This boiler could cause my plant not to run, and therefore I don't want to do it because I don't know anything about it. Change is hard. But now all of a sudden, if it's a Superior Boiler that they're getting, they look at it and say, oh, this is like world-class standard. So therefore for us, this is a no-brainer. If Superior's involved in this, it has to be good. Makes a huge difference in the marketing. And it's opened up an entire new marketing channel for us. So we sell at the C level. They're selling at the rep level, right? So they have reps all over the country. I mean, our press release is 24 hours old, and they already got their reps calling saying, hey, can we sell this product with you? Is this exclusive to you, or can we sell it too? So now we have all of their reps out there going to sell for us. So we think that's going to be an enormous help in accelerating how we go. The other piece of this that is really helpful for us is ordering. So we're a small company, so we're a technology company. So we're only going to order materials and long lead items as people requisition them in the boiler build. Superior is ordering boilers for other customers, other applications. And so, if it's not the specific pieces that are relevant to our tech, we get the scale advantage of a company like that. We get the opportunity to see their ordering impact our pricing. So just a really nice way to do it. And they know where all the boilers are. So when we talk about there being an inventory of boilers across the country, across North America that are 25 years old, they know where they all are. So we know exactly who we should be talking to and which boiler we should be targeting. So we really are excited about it. We took a lot of time, a lot of work, a lot of diligence to find the right partner. And we think we found it on just an outstanding one with just a great team, both leadership, technical. Really, can't say enough good things about Doug and his team. They're superior. Just excited to work with them on the project and doing lots of good things together.
Okay, amazing. Well, Brian, Adam, thank you so much for walking us through the deck and giving us those last two updates there. And we're looking forward to see the upcoming releases you guys come out with the development of hydrogen technologies as you take on new orders and deliver on the existing ones. So, and in addition to your oil and gas assets, taking advantage of the rising commodity prices currently. So for all our followers that want to learn more about Jericho, you can find it all on our website at atriumresearch.ca. And again, thanks for the time, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Take care.